Welcome to Boxing on the Record with Randy. Um, I just got something I want to get off my mind right quick. I'm watching all this stuff in the news, and I see that a lot of people are saying that Turkey is taking over boxing, and I agree. Turkey is taking over boxing, and the thing about it, he's doing it in a strategic way. But where is it going to lead boxing in the future? Because we understand that everybody wants the power. And Turkey seemed to be taking over boxing through an old, tried and true method called divide and conquer. But the thing about this is he don't have to divide anybody to conquer the sport because they're not running as a unit. They're not united. They're not together. Everybody's for themselves. And he said opportunity that he can come in and take over the whole sport and run the whole sport and basically control it from up under one umbrella. Um, when I say boxing is not running as a unit and everybody's for themselves and things of that nature is because um, the promoters are for themselves, the fighters are struggling for equality, um, uh, sanctioning body got their things going on, and it's just so much chaos in there that he sees the opportunity to capitalize off it. And it's just like business. If you see something running rampant and you got a solution to come in and fix it, you can fix it and probably be dominant in that business aspect. Um, we know that boxers are unhappy with their purses, um, with decisions, with a whole lot of things going on with without having the opportunity to fight for a title. And we know that it's basically what they're fighting for. They're fighting for a title because I always say if you don't have a belt, then you're nobody. I mean, I don't care who you is because we as fans and a lot of people only look at the people at the top. The man that's holding the belt and the man that's chasing the man that's holding the belt and the man that's chasing uh, the second, the number one with the belt, the number one contender, and the number two that might possibly be able to beat both of them or even one of them. So we kind of look at the top three, and the ones at the bottom seem to fall through the bag, but they're unhappy. And then you got the fans that are unhappy. We're unhappy with a lot of decisions that's made in boxing. We're unhappy with a lot of matchups that are made in boxing. There's a whole lot of things we're unhappy with, and the promoters don't get along. They always hollering um, um, one side of the road versus the other side of the road. Their main focus is to keep their belt in house. And that is what I mean. Right? When you don't have a belt, you're nobody. They want to keep their belts in house. They don't want to fight across the aisle because then once they lose the belt, they fighter is really a nobody because most people pay attention to the champ. So it's a lot of chaos going on in boxing, and we as fans don't have the means or the voice or what have you to make that change. And true, that's a good thing that Turkey is doing, making a change in boxing, coming along, trying to make a change in boxing. But it's a double-edged sword, I think. Um, uh, the problem with that is it leaves one man in charge. And when you got one man in charge, then you got somebody with all the power and nobody to check him, nobody to keep him honest. And then what happens when he get this power, when he realizes he the only man with the power, then we got a problem. We know boxing has evolved from a long time ago because when it came in, it was only one or two promoters. I know Bob Aaron and Don King been around forever. So we had other promoters to come in. Eventually, it's not um, flooding the market with promoters that's recognizable because you got a lot of these boxers have their own promotional company, but that's just basically on paper, but they're not really promoters. Um, uh, then we got the belts have evolved. A lot of things have evolved in boxing. In Turkey is coming to make a whole nother stance in boxing. He sees opportunity to take over something that has a void. So moving forward with it, once you have one man in power and nobody to check him, whatever decision he make cannot be won against. He could make calls or make matches or what have you, and if we don't agree with him, or he doing them according to how he feel about it, who's to check him? And it's all good now. The fact that he's giving these fighters money, the money that they want to see, but it's an old tactic. It's just like life. We as a people have been divided by a few dollars in jobs. You take a job, you take somebody out the hood, or out of a low class neighborhood, give them a corporate job, got a better car, got a better place to stay, don't have to come back to the place that they come from. They tend to forget about the ones that are behind them. They take their eye off the ones that are behind them that they left behind. So they start doing things against what they would have done if they were still in the same neighborhood that they were in. Same thing with boxing. We're looking at the fact that they're giving these fighters all this money to fight. But are they really putting us to sleep with that? Are they really putting the boxer to sleep with that? Are they really putting the boxing community to sleep with that? They're giving them all this money and all that. Then once they earn their trust and then they're able to take over the sport, then uh, then if they take it away, where you go now to get that money again? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I think. Um, um, and I think I would think that a lot of people would say Turkey can't take over boxing. There's too much going on. He don't really know, if he got a fighter, they can't fight up under the promotional company and all these rules and regulations. But I think Turkey is so strategic that he's moving to the point that he's learning the game from the ones that's already in the game, and he have the money to make moves. So what I mean by that is he's learning the game from Dana White. He's learned from Suleiman. He's learned from Al Heyman. He's learned from De La Hoya. He's learned from all the top guys in the game. But the difference is he have the money. So if he wanted to make a power move, he can put his own promotional companies together. He can put his own network together. He can put all these entities in place, and they don't have to be in his name. They can be shell companies, if you will. He can put all these things in place so that he can control the whole game. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, we're happy about that he's giving these matches. We're happy that he's giving this money. But what happened when he's the only one in control? And he liked being in control because he have money. And people with money, it goes past the money to the power. I got money, but how much power can I have? Can I bring the whole sport of boxing up under my um up under my power, up under my, can I control the whole sport of boxing? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, um, but then again, a lot of people may say he can't control the whole sport of boxing like that. But then we all hear a lot of people bragging about how much money Turkey have, and I believe that Turkey can go as far as his money will allow him to go, or far as he willing to go to make this happen. And if he's a smart businessman and got a smart plan, I believe that he could take over the sport of boxing. Do I believe he could take over it tomorrow? No. Or next week? No. But I believe over time, if he got enough money to last, I believe he could take over boxing. That's just my thought on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, and like, dislike, do whatever you like, but do something. But make sure you subscribe. And I'm out of here. like last year.